mates, and welcome to the last series of our grade 8 maths paper 2 revision set, where I've taken all the past papers and I've collated the types of questions that fall under data handling. And in my previous 2 videos I did geometry as well as measurement. So if you still want to go over those, please go and have a look at them. And I want to make a video on data handling specifically because it's so easy to do and lots of you don't know it, you don't learn it, and then you lose so many marks. So this can either make it or break your exam, or you can make sure that you understand it and you get full marks there. Or really, I see some of the kids coming into the exam when I mark their papers, they just didn't go over this, and it's so easy. So it's just a little bit of learning, remembering, and then applying, and you have to apply very meticulously, so you can't make mistakes. Okay, but it's very easy to do. So please let me help you, guide you, to remind you what is the mean, the median, the mode, the range, all those things, the tally and frequency table, etc., to use to collate or to represent your data. Okay, let's start with question 1. Okay, they say the following data set is each learner's IQ in a grade 8 class. Okay, although we don't test IQ anymore, we have this representation of the data. Okay, how many learners are there in the class? So how many learners were counted or were captured? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sorry, so in total there were 18 learners. Okay, calculate the mean IQ. I always say, oh ma'am, it's mean of you to ask me to add all these numbers together because it takes so long. And then you have to divide it with how many learners there are. So another word for the mean is the average of the IQ of the grade 8s. Okay, so ma'am, it's mean of you to ask me to add all of them. You take your calculator, whip it out, you say 115 plus 118 plus 103 plus 104, and hopefully you will get 2011. And people, please, very important, you have to show your total there, divided by 18. So I always say, please write it up so that if you perhaps add it up incorrectly, that you can still get 2 CA marks. Okay, and that gives you 111.7. Okay, so if you perhaps calculated that wrong, that you can still get your method over there, rather method divided by 18, and then continued accuracy over there. Okay, so please make sure that you rather show all your working and then make sure you get all your marks. Okay, now for the median, they ask you the one in the middle. So the median is the one in the middle. So what we need to do, we need to put our data in ascending order, from smallest to biggest. And not to make this video extra long, I'm just going to pause it and quickly do that, and then we're going to resume. All right, so I've put them in order. I've counted them again to see that I've got 18 learners, and now I want to find the one in the middle. So there is a formula of working out the middle, and that is, but if you don't know it yet, don't stress about it, but you take the number of learners, you always add 1 and you divide it by 2. So 18 plus 1 is 19, divided by 2 gives you 9.5. So learner number 9 and 10. So if it's a 0.5, it's 9 and 10. Will be your middle number. Otherwise, you can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the back. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the front. Another 2. Another 2. And then where you get to the middle, those are the ones in the middle. So now you can just double check that there's an even number on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are my 2 ones in the middle. So if there's 2 in the middle, you want to find the average of the 2. So 114 plus 115 divided by 2. But most of you can see it's 114.5. Just don't make the mistake by saying 114 plus 115 divided by 2 immediately all in one in your calculator. Your calculator is going to apply BEDMAS, and then it's going to divide that by 2, and then you'll see you won't get an answer at all that is between 114 and 115. So your logic tells you the middle between 114 and 115, hopefully your logic kicks in and tells you it should be 114.5. So it should be between 114 and 115. Okay, then the mode. As I was writing up from smallest to biggest, I saw that there were quite a few of the 118s. And there's 4 of them, whereas with the other numbers, I think they came forth 3 times at most. So there's 2 of them, there's 1, 2 of them, there's 4. Okay, so definitely the one that came forth the most is 118. Can you have more than one mode? Yes, you can. So let's say there was another 112 here and another 112, then there's 412s as well. So then you'll say the mode is 112 as well as 118. Could there be that there's no mode? Yes, that could be, but then I don't write 0 because remember with statistics 0 is a number, so you're just going to write no mode. Okay, calculate the range. The range is the biggest number that we got, which was 127, and we're going to subtract the smallest number. So from the smartest child in the class to the one perhaps struggling a bit still. And it's not true. Hey, your IQ doesn't really relate to how smart you are. I strongly believe that. I really, really believe in your EQ, your emotional intelligence, that should be higher. Okay, so 127 minus 92, so your range is 35. Hi, people. So easy to do. Okay. Now they say to you, complete the following frequency table. The tally is just how many were in the 90s. So we can look here. There's 1, 2, which is 92 and 97. And I just always jipper it and just say there were 2, and then I make 2 stripies. Then between 100 and 109, and this is actually wrong over here. This should have been written as X ranges between, maybe I shouldn't show that now, it might confuse some of you, but just to show, because can you see we are actually missing a part between 99 and 100. So that 1 is missing somewhere. And if you write it in set builder notation, then you exclude that part that is missing. So yeah, it ranges from 90 all the way to 100. And then you're going to say 100, not including 100, all the way to 110. Okay, but let's just leave it the way it was. Just note, if maybe a teacher's watching, I know that there's one part missing there. I just try to keep it simple, I think, with the grade 8s. But I know later on it changes. Okay, so 100 to 109. Let's quickly see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 stripies, and there's 4 of them. Then from 110 to 119, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 10 of them. And then 120 and up, there's 1, 2 of them. Okay, and then they say to you, draw any appropriate graph to represent the table graphically. So I'm going to use a histogram. A histogram is tightly knit together, and the frequency always comes here on the side. Over there, and at the bottom is going to be our IQ, and I'm going to 90 to 99, I'm going to put there, and then the next 2 I'm going to put the 100 to 109, then over there is 110 to 119, and the next 2 I'm going to represent as 120 to 129. Maybe let's just bring that IQ down. the IQ, we've got our frequency. Okay, and now we just need to arrange it between 2 and 10, or from always starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, then I'm going to use some another color. 90 to 99 were 2. 100 to 109 was 4. Hopefully this is easy, although lots of people struggle to do this. 110 is 10. Always with a ruler, ne? Okay, not just with free hand like I'm doing now. That's naughty. And then a 2 again. Okay. And there is your graph. You could have done it with a straight line graph. They said any graph that sort of is suited to this. Mostly it would be a histogram or a bar graph. And then I would just add a heading here, IQ of a grade 8 class, just to make sure that I've got everything represented there. Okay, makes sense. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2. The following data set is the percentages of a class that achieved of a class test achieved by learners in the grade 8 class. Okay, the following data is percentages of a class test achieved by the learners in a grade 8 class. Okay, so can we see, is it in order? No, it's not. So arrange the marks obtained by the grade 8 class in ascending order. Ascending is from smallest to biggest. Okay, I'm going to pause again and just quickly do that. Okay, there they are in ascending order, smallest to biggest. Maybe do this in pencil so that if you perhaps went and you forgot one, so that you can erase and go plonk it in where it should belong. And as well, always afterwards just double check there's 20 learners. Did I add it up to 20 or did I copy 20 again, etc. Okay, and as you are busy, take note of that modal number, the modal one, the one that comes forth the most. Okay, how many learners are there in the class? There's 20 learners. I've counted them when I looked again to see what to see whether I've copied all of them. What is the range of the data set? So it's the biggest number, which you can see over there, minus the smallest number, which gives you 89 minus 34 gives you 55. Then they say to determine the mean, mode, and median. Okay, so the mean again, oh ma'am, it's mean of you to ask me to add all of these numbers and to divide with how many there are. And then you should get 1192. And I always say to my students, if you've got time at the end of your paper, just go add them again, just for reassurance, making sure that you've captured all those numbers correctly. And then you divide with how many there are. So the average here is 59.6. You can add a percentage if you want. The mode, the one that came forth the most, is this 475. Nobody came forth more than 4 times. And the median is the one in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to somewhere highlight the 2 in the middle so that you can see, is there an equal amount on each side? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 2 in the middle is 55 and 56, and then I'm going to divide it by 2, so it's 55.5. Again, making sure that you press in your calculator 55 plus 56. Press equal, then divide by 2. Okay. And then we are almost there. This last question is quite a harder one, which I want to get to. So this is just another question that I took actually from a state paper. So the data below represents the weekly pocket money, spending money in Rand that learners in grade 10 class in the Volumzi High School receive. Okay, so I'm not going to do everything here with you. You are welcome to look through that. I just don't want to make the video too long, and I want to explain the very last question, which is a higher order question, a very hard type question. But I'm sure you can do this. So let's have a look at it together. It says, study the following set of data given. If the mean number of this data is equal to 7, calculate the value of x. So now, the mean. Oh, ma'am, it's mean of you to ask me to add all of these together and to divide with how many there are. And they tell you this is equal to 7. So they give you the answer. Okay, so now let's quickly go look at that. If I add all of them together, x plus 1 plus 11 minus x plus 9 plus x plus 6. So if ma'am, it's mean of you to add all of them together and then to divide with how many there are. So how many numbers are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay, can you see that? I think in grade 8, I would have actually told you, study the following set of data that is comprised of 5 sets, or there's 5 sets of data below. So that at least you can see, but you can see that every number is separated by a semicolon. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So if I divide it with 5, I get 7. They tell me the mean is 7. So now your algebra has to kick in, and then you're going to say x plus x minus x plus x. What does that give me? X plus x is 2x, minus x is x, plus x is 2x. Okay, so if I add all the like terms, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, can you see that? And then what are the numbers? 1 plus 11, 1 plus 11, plus 9, plus 6. Gives you plus 15. Divided by 5 gives you 7. So 2 times what? Plus 15 divided by 5 gives you 7. So I just want to make sure. 12 plus 9 is 21. Sorry, let me just quickly, 12 plus 9 plus 6 is 27. Sorry, so I made a mistake there. So just always double check yourself. Plus 27 divided by 5 gives you 7. Okay, so now I'm going to take that, divide by 5, and I'm going to times by 5 on both sides. And 7 times 5 gives you 35. All right, so what I did here is I timesed by 5 over 1. That cancels out. So I've got no more, or my denominator is now 1. But what I do on the one side, I must do on the other side. Okay, so then I've got 2x is equal to 35 minus 25, which is 10. And if I divide by 2, x is 5. Sorry, you must be screaming there from your home. Again, I made a oopsie. Okay, it's 2x plus 27 is equal to 7. All right, sorry. And not equal to 7 is equal to 35, because I times by 5 on both sides now. Sorry, I rewrote that number incorrectly there. Okay, and then I take it over. I'm going to subtract 27, and then you get 2x is equal to 35 minus 27 gives you 8. There we go, Mr. Townsend. And then you divide by 2 on both sides, so x is 4. Okay, and now the way I picked that up and said, now in the next one they say if the value of x is 4. So most of the times the teachers don't want to do follow-up marks, so they just want to at least get you, to get it right from B onward. So if you couldn't do A, at least they tell you then in B if the value of x is 4. But then you must actually remember that the value of x is 4. So you need to go back and maybe see if you can wangle it to see whether you can find x is 4. Okay, so they give you the answer in the second question. If the value of x is 4, calculate the median of the set of data. So all you have to go and do is replace every x with 4. The next set, x plus 1 is, so 4 plus 1 is 5. Then 11 minus 4 gives you 7, 9, and x plus 6, 4 plus 6 gives you 10. Okay, so all it is, it's an ascending order. So the median then is the one in the middle, which is 7. Okay, oh, sorry so much for all the boo-boos. Luckily I picked it up. And yeah, I know it's hard, and I know the kids also sometimes they write a comment and say, oh ma'am, you made a mistake, but it's so easy when I talk and I carry on. We're all human, we all make mistakes. But I hope this video helped. This last question, those of you who get 80, 90, 100% for maths, this question is for you. Hope you understand it and that you maybe saw some other insight into how data handling could be asked. And those of you who want to better yourself, try and understand this question, because it does come, teachers love to ask this, especially grade 9 even, perhaps a little bit ahead of time, but as long as you do what you can. All right, I'm going to stop babbling on. You must have a wonderful day. I hope this video helped, and I'll speak to you in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.